I'm joined by James Pierre, an award-winning journalist with Haitian radio and TV. James, thanks so much for giving us your time once again. Let's just start with, I think, the chilling idea that this was an inside job. Is that idea gaining any traction?
Good evening, Rob. And the drama continues in Haiti, where we are receiving disturbing details about the assassination of the president of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse. Now, we are learning that the head of the chief of police and also the head of security of President Jovenel Moïse is now in detention, being questioned by local police about supposedly his connection with the Colombians, that he traveled to Colombia more than once to meet with the Colombians and also in Dominican Republic. Now, they are questioning him and also some other police officers who were also responsible for the safety of the president during that night.
Because people are pointing out that all these armed men came there to assassinate the president, and no one on the president's security team was injured with that many shots fired. That rightfully does seem bizarre.
It seems bizarre and very concerned. That's why many Haitians are wondering. That's the reason why the Prime Minister of Haiti are asking for help, asking the FBI and also another delegation from Colombia to come to Haiti and help throughout the investigation. Today, actually, FBI agents are in control of the residence of the president, where he was tortured and brutally murdered on the night of the 7th. Now they are finding some new evidence and also are in control of some documents that they say that they found inside of the residence of the president that may lead them to other clues and other suspects in that assassination.
And there's also, we're also making headlines on this idea that some of the Colombian soldiers who were part of the assassination attempt had been trained by the U.S., not as part of this murderous plot, of course, but as normal kind of military training relationship between the U.S. and its ally, Colombia. But how is that information being received?
Yeah, being received on the ground as very disturbing. And now we have another bombshell allegation made by a radio and TV station in Colombia. Supposedly, they have been in contact with some investigators on the ground, letting them know that probably and supposedly, we are saying that the interim prime minister may have a connection with the assassination. We have the leaders of the National Police of Haiti and also police officers in Colombia quickly rejecting that allegation, saying that they have no evidence, at least yet, to connect the prime minister with the assassination of the president. It's still an ongoing investigation, and we are receiving so many information, not only from investigators from the Haitian National Police, but also investigators from Colombia and also the FBI on the ground.
Tumultuous seems like an unfair understatement as to what's happening in Haiti right now. And again, the president here saying he will not be sending any boots to the ground there. James, thanks so much for giving us your time and insight tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob.